Hello lads, welcome back to Weston Super Mare. Josh and Sam, how are you doing? I'm now going to do a little bit of a squad recap and sort of a bit of a history of the club so that Josh knows where we are as he's unable to watch all the videos. And then maybe if we've got time, if it doesn't bang on for too long, because Ben does like to bang on, we might then play Villa. But we'll see. So let's go through a little kind of overview of the series as a whole. Took over the team this season, won the league, came 13th I think, won the league, won promotion via the championship playoffs. Then we sort of stabilised in mid-table, never even really too worried about relegation. Then we started to hit the highs, we came third, we won the league, we then dropped back down to 6th. And then we had three consecutive top 4 finishes. Were they top 5 finishes, both of those? And then this one was they came third. And then we won the league again last season, which you will have seen. Hopefully you managed to watch that one, Josh. I'll look at our facilities. We're obviously still playing in Woodspring Stadium. Bit of dust on the screen there. I'm just going to scrape that off. It's still in Weston Super Mare. 50,000 all seats. Owned by us. Stadium, very good condition. We have undersoil heating but no roof. We're getting there in this section, so I've been working very hard to argue everybody round to improving things. So the training facilities are being upgraded. The youth facilities are at average and are being upgraded again. We did in the summer fail to sign a youth player because he decided he wanted to stay at, I think, Marseille, because they had better youth facilities than we did. Despite that, my board are still not massively interested in upgrading the facilities. They keep saying, "Oh, but they're already pretty good," and you're like, "Yeah, but I want the best." Anyway, so the chairman, what's his name? Who is he? He doesn't have his name on this screen. Fine, whatever. Legends of the club: Matt Lazenby, Ben Wheatland, and Mads Pedersen, of course. Icons include players who you may have heard of: George Cunningham, of course, Ben Kirk, who was playing for us in our first season, and Nicholas Håkansson, and then Justice and Bailey remains as favoured personnel. We're rich. Ticket price is about £50. Season tickets are about £850, which is a lot. We're in the Champions League. Let's go to history. Competitions. So yeah, since I've taken over, basically, we've won the Johnson's Paint Trophy. We've won the Community Shield twice. We won it this year. Spoiler, I couldn't be bothered to record that game. It's such a pointless, basically a friendly, but we beat Arsenal 1-0. Zatuni scored, and we came runner-up in 2024. We've won the League Cup twice. Both seasons we win the league. We've also won the League Cup. We have won the FA Cup once. We won the Blue Square South in 2012, Premier in 13, 15, up to runner-up in League 1 in 16. Premier League, the key interesting things here: 2022, 2021, 2027, 2025. 2 third-place finishes, 2 wins, absolutely amazing. 2 Super Cup victories in 25-26, and we do have the final this season as well. I think it's against Chelsea, so that could be a hat-trick. We've got the Club World Championship in 2026, and again it could be this season as well, because we will also be in that competition. We've won the the bloody way it does this, the Europa League in 2025, and we've won the Champions League in 2026 and 2027, which is insane. We've obviously, and we're amazing, basically. We are the best. So now to move on to transfers for this summer. We got given a frankly ludicrously low budget, despite being given loads of money in prize money and stuff like that after winning the Champions League and the Premier League. Our transfer budget was £9 million. So we've done a little bit of business, mainly on oh no, it's here we should look at, for God's sake. Yeah, so mainly in the youth part of the team. We bought in Mehmet Salih Yilmaz, he's decent and he will be playing in the under-18s this season. We brought in Frank Centrich, who is a Slovenian centre-back. Looked very nice. They told me not to bother signing him, but I think he's going to be good, so I brought him in. I brought in Joao Junior, who's 16. I brought him in from... Oh, where did I bring him in from? I can't see. Sporting. He's now automatically already gone out on loan to Chesterfield, as you would have just seen then. We've got Renzo Gatto, who is decent. He's 18. He's still in the under-18s for another year. Mao, I brought in as an extra right midfielder. I bought him for 3 million, 1.2 million from Dinamo. He's just a kind of backup player to give us a little bit more option and a little bit more variety on that wing. We've got Niki Tvarno, who is a decent centre-back, left-back and right-back. We bought him possibly on a free, yes we did, from Midtjylland. He's in the under-18s as well. Ooh, no. Back. We brought in Koldo Telekster for £1.5 million because of that was his compensation fee. It was actually cheaper than the amount of money they wanted me to pay them, which is stupid. He's worth a lot of money. Everyone thinks he's going to be big, so I'm interested in him, so I got him in. Then I also brought in Jean-François Bonnet from... Where was that? He's decent. Anyway, he's very nice. He came in from Lyon for 2.1 million, and then I don't remember bidding 5 million for this guy. I remember signing him, being interested in him, but I don't remember why I paid 5 million for him. But anyway, he's coming from Anderlecht. He's also tipped to be very good. He's in the under-18s as well. Only 2 players sold. Well, in fact, no. Hao Junior brought in and then immediately farmed out to Chesterfield. Liz Casolo has gone away to Torino for £3.7 million. He's been a good servant to the club, but he is now kind of irrelevant because we have the squad. Now then, let's look through this in a sensible way. We've got goalkeepers. We've got Ronaldo Soto, excellent player, very, very strong all-rounder. Nice, he's worth £10.5 million. He was excellent last season. He got 20 clean sheets. Was Premier League Golden Glove winner, and is just a bit of a legend, and he reacted well to my recent manager comments because he's cool. And it seems like he's not the first choice goalkeeper, but he is now number 1. Casolo used to be number 1, now Ronaldo Soto is number 1. Ahmed Khalil Al-Salaiti, whose name is far too complicated for me to actually say, 21 years old. He played in goal for the Community Shield final. He's excellent. He had a loan spell at Spurs last season where he didn't actually play any league games. He did play in some cup games, I thought, but apparently not. Anyway, he's awesome. Possibly not as physically quick and stuff as you might want, but still very, very good player. So that's our 2 goalkeeping options. In fact, straight away, let's do that. Now in defence, we start. This is the way we lined up in the Community Shield game, so it doesn't mean that that's necessarily the way it will always be. But right back, we still have Nick Fitzgerald, absolutely insanely good player. 3 seasons with us, all rating over 7.15. He's amazing. He's just very, 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 very good. He didn't get picked for Wales in their last squad though, so I don't quite know what's going on there. Then we play centre-back Kola Engblom, also excellent. Players, they've been bidding 30 million for him this season. I have been saying no, of course. He's great. Then I played Hector Restrepo as the second centre-back in that last game, although him and Bayonne will sort of alternate. 6'4" though, very, very solid player. Nice, I like him. And then I started Figueira out on the left in this game, although there's not absolutely definitely sure that he's ahead of Montignelli at the moment, although also seemingly brilliant. Makubri plays in defensive midfield at the moment quite a lot because he's very, very good, but we have plenty of cover there as well, so he can also play at centre-back. We've got Montignelli doing very well, still physically good, still defensively solid. Bayonne, the same. He's actually improved mentally. He seems to have gone down a lot, but I think that's because of the summer. He's a very good player still. And we've got Martin Spencer, who can still play centre-back. He's awesome. So happy with him too. And then we've got Georges, who plays... he's not really come on as much as I thought he would. He probably will get sold next summer unless he improves. But he plays fine. And then I've brought in Jesus Orfila, who played last season on loan at Nacional de Madeira. He's not quite recovered back to the stats he was at the end of last season, but hopefully he will do with a little bit of game time. But I want him to get that here now. Oh, what am I doing? Anyone new? So you know of Kotnik, Abdullah. I'll quickly go through them. Kotnik, awesome. Abdullah, awesome. We know Makubi. Mounier, excellent. Zatouni and Cunningham both technically wingers, I suppose. Zatouni excellent, and Cunningham still excellent. Signed him onto a new 3-year contract in the summer, so he's sticking around. Spencer, we've already looked at. Stop it. Danya has been given he hasn't been given an extension, but he has 1 more year left on his contract. That will probably be the end for him at that point. Starting to sort of decline a little bit physically. We've then got Matskiewicz, who's also excellent. We've got Willington Torres, who's having a bit of a nightmare since he came back from injury. Seems to be sort of declining a little bit. Hopefully the injury didn't do too much to him. Still obviously banging them in for Colombia, but for me struggling a little bit. Pedersen as well, 31 now, still excellent over here, and he will continue to make good appearances numbers this season. Then we've got Ljubko Sabani, also still good. I still worry about him in the big games, but whatever. Nieto, not really come on. In fact, they said he declined as a footballer last season, even though he made plenty of appearances. 17, 3 goals. Good player. Why have I done it this way? I should have done it the way I did last time. Anyway, Elias, excellent still. Very, very pleased with him. Hopefully he can score another lovely chip. Then we can look at Mao, the guy I brought in. Again, sort of a third choice right midfield player. Mads Christiansen, still looking like there's potential for him to sort of make it as good as he promised he might be. We've got our fingers crossed. Vito Marcolin, I don't think has made it, although he has improved actually. He's better this season than he was last season. Hopefully he can get a bit more game time, and Afila, we know him. And then the strikers, there's literally no one we haven't already looked at, so it doesn't matter. Now if we go to, how do I do it? How did I do that last time? I did like a... Oh no, yeah, so you go like this, then you go stats, overall. So I'm not going to be able to do it. That was stupid, wasn't it? I should have done that last season. Oh well, okay, so sorry, I can't show you their stats from last season, but they were all very good. Obviously, because we won the league, and we're amazing. Now, we'll do a quick run through of what happened in the other leagues as well. Again, I should have done this last year. So yeah, Weston Super Mare, we won the league by 13 points. It was ridiculous. Dropping out of the league, Bristol City, good. Birmingham and Sheffield United. Replacing them will be West Brom, Everton, finally, after about 5 years, and Bolton. Charlton, despite their money issues, managed to survive in the Championship. Instead, Wigan, Peterborough and Bournemouth all going down into League One, being replaced by Colchester, Burnley and Torquay. At the other end of the table, Lincoln, Barnsley, Reading and Eastleigh go down, being replaced by Swindon as champions. Come on, Swindon. Blackpool, Brentford and Notts County, and Shrewsbury and Newport, both due to their points deductions, dropped out of the league. Although I think actually Shrewsbury would have stayed down anyway. Yeah, Shrewsbury would have gone down regardless. No, I don't want to go back. Ah, Jesus, too far. Blue Square Premier, Rotherham promoted, Accrington promoted. On the bottom, Rochdale, Kettering, Braintree and Barrow all going down. Now, Lewis, if you do ever still watch, Tranmere have been relegated from the Blue Square North, which is just appalling. Macclesfield and Vauxhall join them. Boston United and Nathan going up. And in the Blue Square bit south, Bath and Tunbridge Angels have gone up, whilst Tooting and Mitcham, Canvey Island and Concord Rangers have gone down. Let's do one cool thing. So I go history, best 11. Now, the best 11 from last season. So there's your overall stats for you. So 57 for Soto, Fitzgerald got 54, Figueroa 32, down to Casola only getting 7, Christiansen got 17 but got 6 goals, not bad. Montignelli got a goal, what a legend. Everyone scored except for Figueroa and Fitzgerald. Cunningham with 38 goals, Zatuni with 24. Spencer got 7, a surprisingly large number. Engblom and Makubri 8 and 9 respectively. Daniel got 5. Nieto 7 goals. This is what I'm saying. Like, he played really well last season. I don't know why he's gone down so badly. Pedersen again getting 17 despite being old. Not bad. And Torres, his injury at the beginning of the season really impacted his ability to score goals, but he started the season very, very well. What we can do though is this. We can do a little where are they now of the best ever team, and if we can just quickly cycle through these to see some of the cool names. So way back when, Cherno Samba. Who else have we got in there that were sort of legends? Anyone particularly? No, none of these guys really went on to do much for the club. Next season, Cherno Samba possibly the only one still there. Liam Darville as well still there. But yeah, Lee Nasir, Latvian Toms, Yannick Teixeira Barbosa, who will later go on to become Captain Barbosa. Just some great old players for us. Norwegian Mo, of course, excellent stuff. Then Pedro Guedes, who went on to be a very, very long-serving goalkeeper. I think he's even in the overall best 11. Lee Nasir, Jorge Hermansson, David Hruby, one of my favourite players back when we were rubbish. Howarth and Massey, Scott Brown, Alex Diabate, who now goes on to, he's playing for who now? Alitad, but he used to play for Swansea last season and played a very big career after leaving us. So well done to him. Anyone else interesting? Not really. Guedes again. Then this season we've got Bob Holmes, Bob Holmes, Roy the Boy Burnell, Teixeira Barbosa. Some great names there. Latvian Tom still involved. Up in League One, Lys Sardoon and Bob Holmes, Tamika Makandawira, Hruby, Christian Neumann, Arvid Foreman. We had a good team that year. We had a very good team that year in League One. Roy the Boy Burnell still there. Hermansson, Norwegian Mo, Latvian Tom's still knocking about. And the championship season, which you guys never saw, a couple of excellent players for us. So Sardoon had an absolutely sensational season. Paolo Renato in midfield was awesome. Bill, the guy who scored the goal that promoted us into the Premier League. We got Bulldog in as well. No one else that season stands out in my head. Axel Legat did okay. Then our first season in the Premier League, Eamon Taylor's first appearance on this list, excellent player. Angers Kielb, a nice player as well. Justice Mbele also making his first appearance in the list. Who else have we got? Marcel Buchel, he was good. Sardoon was rubbish. Mads Pedersen finally signs onto the club. Watch those numbers grow. Quintero, who joined, was not that great. I sold and then went on to have a very good career. Bob Holmes, Giuliano Macopi, who was a player I thought was going to end up really good, but he wasn't. Anything big changes? None of these are particularly noteworthy. Pavel Herman was good. He ended up being sold to Spurs for 11 million and they never played him. Alexander Yagiewa, he was good. He was a very good player for a couple of seasons. Pingu, he got sold after, was it 1 year? 2 years, because the board sold him to Napoli for 12 million. But yeah, he was a good player for us whilst we had him. Miguel Vitor, very, very useful one season we had him for. Now we move on. Danny Welbeck, sensational season for Danny Welbeck. Mads Pedersen, 37 goals that season. Despotovsky, excellent player. We only had him for a year before he was signed by Arsenal. Badal as well, who you may briefly remember from the beginning, a few episodes. Dino Medaric, the same. Who else have we got here? Zurab Imnadze is a player who I kind of regret selling because he wasn't very good. He didn't progress. He went to Copenhagen for 2.1 million and then he became the best ever Georgian player. He's literally a legend for them and has been amazing and been very good. So it's a shame we got rid of him. Anyone else of great note? Not really, but Eamon Taylor's still there, of course. Lais Casolo finally getting involved. Big Hev getting involved. Lucio as well, a nice player. Sabani makes his first appearance on these lists. Mulrain having a sensational season after joining in Christmas. Håkansson also joins, 27 goals. Kelvin getting the goals. Colin Crawford, Barry Todd. He played a big role for us for a few seasons. Probably the last season for Paolo Renato. Yeah, he's now retired even. Retired last summer. That's a shame. Thomas Godoy, who never ended up doing as good. Billy Watts, the first season we signed him as well. Who would go on to make us a lot of money. Ha 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 ha. Anyone big? Salcido, who he had for 1 season or 2 seasons. He was great. Signed him for 6 million off Spurs. Sold him for 10 million to Real Madrid. It was a shame we had to get rid of him because he was great. Mr. Kovic getting himself on the bench. Moraine. Just a very good team. Was that the team that won the Premier League? No, probably not. 20 was it 20? Yeah, it was that team. They won the Premier League. Let's if we just go like that, it'll tell me. Yeah, and then basically since then you know all these players, so let's go back and just quickly take a look. That side, whether they won the League Cup and exactly good. So yeah, legends. Billy Watts is currently playing for City. Håkansson plays for United. and Mbele plays for Dortmund. Madaric is at Stuttgart. Taylor plays for West Brom. Nuccioni plays for Palermo. Padogadesh plays for and the other 3 players from that team, Norwegian Mo, Yannick Teixeira Barbosa, and Paolo Renato. I don't think Teixeira Barbosa is still around. No, he has retired after playing on for a little while. He retired at the age of 32. Big Norwegian Mo was still playing until recently, until 2 years ago. Went on to have a storied career in Iceland. And obviously Paolo Renato we just looked at. He played for Braga for 5 years with only 25 appearances. Not so great. And then the rest of them all still play for us. Beautiful times. Okay, so that was a little roundup. I'm hoping this season we're predicted to come second this season. Let me just check how long that's gone for so far. Can I tell? No, I can't. Oh no, I can. 22 minutes. Yeah, so fine. We've got enough time for a game. Let's do it, guys. Whoa. I've been keeping an eye on the England job, by the way. I've been hoping that our good friend Ronald Koeman gets sacked because I want that job. I don't want to. No, because you're going to ask me questions like, why did you spend so much money on him? And I'm going to say, I don't remember why. Because I don't remember making that bid. Scouting, get match reports from Marianos Stakis. So Zdravko Geng is going on loan to our friends at Stevenage. Hopefully that will do him some good to get some game time. We've got a bid accepted for Cheshka. Cheke. Anyway, he's a kind of young and not very good. I'm not even going to show you him. He's not that great. But hopefully he will end up making us some money. That's what I'm hoping. Alright, we'll show you. Cheska. He's fine. He's rubbish, but he's got 4 years to grow, and then we can sell him for some profit if we're only signing him for 20 or 40k. That's perfectly fine by me. I also improved some of our scouting this season. Like, you can't do that thing that you used to be able to, that you can do in the newer ones, where you sort of see 5-star training in certain areas. At least as far as I'm aware, you can't do that. Oh no, you can. Okay, so we're not good at goalkeeping, even though we've got 2 sensational goalkeeping coaches. So actually, we're doing pretty good. Fine. But yeah, I improved. I got some new coaches in. I signed some of our other better coaches to long-term deals. Someone tried to come in and take... Oh my goodness me, Arsenal absolutely smashed Wolves. Rottensteiner gets 4. Ridiculous. What was I going to say? They tried to take away from me... Who is the guy who always does my... Okay, so anyway, let us focus on this and then we can do that. So, yeah, we'll do that. Start like that. I need a right midfielder on the bench. I'm going to allow... It's hard when you've got a lot of good players. We don't need... This is why I want that players like that defender who can sort of play 3 different roles. It's nice to have that. Let's keep Pedersen on the bench. Can fill that right slot. Wellington Torres is not so good at it. And then we want We've got a central midfield attack. Yeah, we have done, yeah. You can also do the left. Okay, that seems good to me. Let's just start off this season with a bang and beat some Villas. Now, I'll tell you what I was going to say before. Oh, for goodness sake. Now I'll tell you. Ledley King, they tried to sign off me. Someone tried to take him as a coach, but I said no. He's the guy that tells all my players what to do, and he will not be leaving, so I offered him a new contract. Yeah, but two older guys resigned, or rather, the two of the older, poorer coaches who I'd brought in before we were able to really afford or attract really, really good coaches. What an interesting bit of football from Cunningham that was. I allowed them to leave, and I signed in three new coaches, and then I asked for some more coaching upgrades, and also some more a higher number of coaches allowed at the club, and they allowed that. They also allowed me some more. They also allowed me some new coaches. For God's sake, some new scouts. So I got in, I think, 4 new scouts, all with 2020 on judging player potential and judging player ability. They were quite expensive. I think most of those had to come from other clubs. So we got in someone from. I think we got someone from City, and then a couple of other ones from some big Spanish clubs, and that'll really boost ourselves. And we're pretty happy with the way things are going. Except for the board only gave me a tiny amount of money to sign players, so that's why we didn't sign anyone of any interest. We did nearly have this one guy that I was saying about who decided he thought that Marseille's training facilities are better than ours, which is almost certainly true. But he was looking awesome. He was looking very, very nice, and I was very disappointed to not get him. We also outbid Arsenal. We were going to beat Arsenal to him, but he decided he didn't want to come to either of us. I think Arsenal they were so annoyed they kept up in their bid. So they bid 7.25, I bid 7.5. Oh, what a finish. Yeah, well done. That's annoying. So they bid a lot of money. I bid slightly more money so that my bid would be accepted with preference. I offered the guy a contract and he accepted. And then Arsenal kept coming back in for him, but I don't know what happened. Maybe he wasn't interested in going there at all because they kept upping their bid. What are you doing? They kept upping their bid, so they changed their bid from 7.25 to 9 and then to 10, and then they just pulled out of the bidding altogether. It's quite funny. I don't quite understand what was happening there. Oh, great save from Vidal. Oh. Engblom playing a foul. Of course he's having a good game. He just scored an absolute stunner. Well, that's absolutely classic. We had a very good... Oh, Kotnik. Oh, God damn it. All you had to do was tip it on. We had a very good pre-season, of course. We played a tour of America, which we were invited on, made some money. We then played, I think, Calm Town as well to sort of warm things up, and then we played Flamengo in our kind of final friendly of the summer in a bit of a sort of showcase event. It was quite nice, and we won them all because we're the best. Now then, Figueira, Meunier. What a terrible first half of the season. First half of the first game of the season. Figueira. I suppose at least this time we won't have to worry about our unbeaten run not coming to an end until March or whenever it was in the last season. Yeah, we are unfortunate. That said, I'm not happy. It's not good enough. Who's playing poorly? Everyone. Zatuni. Very good. Zatuni's playing a 6, but I don't think... Come on, boys. There's no reason that, like... Oh, for God's sake. I know he got the worst disciplinary record at the club last season with something like 14 yellow cards and 3 red cards. Which is quite impressive that he made so many appearances over the whole season, because I think he also spent a little bit of time out injured. So, oh my God, we're 2-0 down. What the fuck is going on? Come on, Big Mads Pedersen. Save us. Absolutely ridiculous. 2-0 down away to Villa. Excuse me. Figuera, Mounier, Makubri, Daniel, Cunningham. Yes, Cunningham. What a beautiful finish that was. Yes, the comeback is on. They've only had 2 shots on target. Computer game. Alright, we're doing our whole... nope, what was this one? Exploit the flanks. I'm also going to tell them to hassle them, because it seems like they're being given a little bit too much time for my liking. Oh, corner. But they've got no one on the flank, so it should be easy to exploit the flanks. Tipple, Simon Tipple, good player, but not good enough. Simon Tipple again. They're playing without confidence. They're not even playing that well. Half of them aren't even playing with confidence. Come on. Kotnik crosses. Mounier. How did you hit it there when you had this game? Doggone it. Oh man, what was that? Was that Tipple? Okay. Cunningham. Oh, we must have that corner. Surely. Thank you. Dania. How do you get the goalkeepers to go up? Because I've seen it happen occasionally, but you'd think there'd be like a kind of shout. Oh, Cunningham has stolen the ball off the keeper and we've equalised. Oh my God, he's injured the goalkeeper. That is naughty. Ugh, is that okay? Are we allowed to win like that? I'm surprised that goal wasn't ruled off. Good mind on Figuera to go and get the ball. Great tackle. Took the rebound off of the keeper's feet. Scored it home. Scored it home. Yes, that's a phrase. 3 minutes of added time. Tomash. Oh man, they're getting some injuries. Can we go for a winner here? Cunningham. Oh, you fool. Robbie Rowe up front. Fitzgerald. Oh, just taking it off the pitch. Oy, oy, oy. Why would you be the one that closes in? Anyway, go on, Makubri. Why? Figuera. Dania. Oh, what? Oh, it's Brad Rowe, not Robbie Rowe. Okay. Oh yeah, Robbie Rowe, spelled R-O-E. To Kotnik. Go on, Kotnik. Go on, Kotnik. Dania. Oh, Tipple. Makubri. Oh, Flinter. He's put it out for a corner. Could we possibly win it in the last minute after an absolutely shocking first game back? Oh, yes! Fitzgerald has scored. It's his first ever goal for the club. We're going to go back to standard. 3-2. What an absolute... I mean, what a joke. Poor old Villa. They played so well. Fitzgerald heads it against the post. What a game. 3-2. I mean, I'm not happy, but I'm happy that they came back and won it. Well done, boys. Well done, boys. I mean, we deserved it. Oh, crikey alive. Okay. Well done us. That's a nice start to the season. Terrible start to the season. Poor Villa. That must be gutting. Right. So, I will see you guys in the next one. I don't know when it will be. We haven't yet even drawn... So we've got 2 games against Chelsea in the Super Cup and then the Premier League. Maybe I'll record those 2 because then we'll probably know more about our... And it'll be fun to see us win a cup anyway. So yeah, let's do those 2. Chelsea. Okay, see you later. Bye.